this is going to be a very quick first impressions. I just got two brand new fragrances in that have been obviously recently hyped, both by Armaf from the Club de Nuit line. There's been 4 new releases in this line. Got Urban Man Elixir and Iconic. This, from my understanding, is a Bleu de Chanel cologne, and this is a potential hybrid or tribrid of 3 different fragrances, potentially, maybe 2, depending on who you listen to. I wanted to really quick just do an unboxing of this and give you my first impressions on this one, because I know from the reviews that I've seen so far, a lot of them say they just seem to smell Sauvage in the beginning, and I want to be able to see if it does in fact develop into more than that. So I want to be able to wear that now, get it on my skin, start letting it kind of go through the process and developing, and then that way I can give you all kind of an actual, review instead of just the first impressions. But we'll just go through it today. Box looks the same as everything else. It's got some like camo on it. Sterling box, very similar, obviously, to the normal Club de Nuit line, especially the original with the black box. Again, it does have some camo on it. I do also think it's weird they use the Urban Man name, because again, the original Urban Man had nothing to do with any of these fragrances that this is supposedly consists of. It's not the first time Armaf has done a hybrid of fragrances. Anybody who knows La Parfum, that is a hybrid of their Très Nuit, which is a clone of Creed Green Irish Tweed, and it has some of the Club de Nuit Intense Man as well, which is obviously their clone of Aventus, so it's a hybrid of those two. This does come with the little card, which is kind of comical, but it really just has the other offerings on there. Box is very similar. Again, if you haven't seen this, the bottle is black like the other ones. It's just translucent, so you can see through it somewhat. Same kind of tacky bottle, very heavy. It's got the Club de Nuit Urban Man Elixir on the bottom. Kind of looks like it was just tacked on almost. All right. So again, I'm just going to spread this real quick. Get it on. Going to the gym. It's probably going to be too much for the gym, but oh well. Then I'm going to let it start developing so I can actually speak to it. Because I've heard people say it smells just like Sauvage. I've heard other people say it smells like Sauvage and Aventus. And I've heard people say it smells like Sauvage Aventus with a little bit of Baccarat Rouge 540 in there. So we'll find out. I'm going to go ahead and just spray it on me. I'm definitely getting Sauvage. I'm definitely getting 540 out the gate. So you immediately get that Sauvage, metallic and broxony, citrusy opening, but you are getting that kind of oud for greatness, 540 saffron woodiness about it that is not in Sauvage. It's also not in Creed Aventus. It's definitely a lot more than Sauvage going on here. Again, I get that saffron. I do get some of the Club de Nuit. I do believe it is, in fact, a tribrid of the 3 out the opening. It is, it's not surprising that Sauvage is dominating. It is the most dominant of the 3 fragrances. But there's a sweetness that is not in the normal Sauvage. Now, I know the Parfum and the EDP have more of a sweetness to it, but this is sweeter, and there's a woodiness that is only present in, it's not really present in Aventus, nor is it present in the Sauvage. Certainly is coming off like a 540 or maybe even a Initio Oud for Greatness. It's almost, to me, kind of a more Initio Oud for Greatness, because it is a more sterile oud, and there's that sweetness that is more woody. It's less cotton candy-ish. But it doesn't smell like something like Prince from Luxador, which is, a hybrid of Creed Aventus and Initio Oud for Greatness. There is something else going on there because it is Sauvage dominant. But you get some sort of, not really pineapple, but like a bergamot smell. It does smell like there's birch in there, which is probably adding to that smokiness. It does, in fact, smell like a tribrid. It certainly smells mostly like Sauvage, okay? With, next to that, I would say the Creed Aventus is probably the least prominent. I think the woodiness and that saffron from the Baccarat Rouge 540 or Initio Oud for Greatness is more prominent, but there is definitely an Aventus style kind of in the background that you're picking up on this. So again, what I'm getting, it truly is a hybrid of 3. And as you kind of it's wafting in the air. The CIs, you're getting more of that Aventus as it starts kind of slowly starting to dry down. Well, I'll give it a full wearing. I'll let you all know performance and everything like that. It does smell good. It smells really good. I mean, if you're a fan of those fragrances, you're going to like this. It doesn't have that really traditional kind of Middle Eastern spice vibe that you're getting from a lot of the Latafas nowadays, a lot of the Fragrance World clones. I pick it up a lot. I do not pick it up in Armafs, and I think that's a good thing. It smells smooth. It smells high quality. Yeah, I mean, you're definitely getting a lot more of that Aventus vibe as it's starting to dry down. The Sauvage that Brox and Bless in the beginning is starting to kind of fade into the back. It's very good. The sweetness is also not overpowering. The woodiness is toning down a little bit, so you're kind of just getting this more light sweetness. Woodiness is still present, it's just not as in your face. The Ambroxan's not in your face. It's becoming more of a mass appealing, smooth, well-rounded fragrance as it's starting to dry down. It smells really good now. I will say the first initial spray, I'm like, man, okay, it smells all right. You know, it smells, I mean, like Sauvage smells pretty good, but now that it's settling in and starting to kind of develop more, it's smelling a lot better. Yeah, it smells good. Definitely worth the money so far. Like I said, I'll do a full review later, but this is just quick first impressions. So far, I would say it's absolutely worth picking up if you are a fan of Sauvage. That's mainly what you're getting in this. But there's definitely more going on. Again, you're going to get some of that Creed Aventus DNA. You're going to get some of that sweet woodiness from that clean oud, you know, something like 540 again, or Initio's Oud for Greatness. I think it smells great, but I'll give you all a full review later, like I said, as it has a chance to actually kind of wear it more and see how it develops.